Having the proper chemistry between the survivors is actually kinda 90% of everything. Best example I can give you, if you put Rick, Alpha and Pamela in the same formation, what are you gonna get? One of them is fears of everything, second one is trying to kill both of them, and third one is just like, I will kill you. So that doesn't work. But today we're gonna talk about the chemistries between survivors in the Walking Dead survivors. We are gonna actually sort this video, so if you want to skip to specific parts, check out the parts that I just said. So we are gonna talk about the troop types. For the specific troop types, the specific chemistries that you have available. Good news is that there is couple options you can do, which is gonna bring you the same outcome. So it's not really that there is that top one combination that you can do. There is couple combinations with the same benefits, which is gonna give you a large, let's say, outcome. So you have plenty of options. So let's go into the game. So firstly, we're gonna talk about melee combinations. In the melee combinations, we have couple of the, we can say, combinations. In the early game, well, let's start with that. In the early game, the one you're gonna have is the one I have. That is Rosidra, Abraham, and Holly. Those three are the melee combination, and you're gonna get some buffs. Like if you have two of them, you're gonna get 12% melee attack and defense. With three, you're gonna get 30% and +1 combat speed. Actually, all of the melee combinations are gonna give you the same buffs, but this is the early game option that you can have. Now later in the game, not too much after, but soon after, you're gonna unlock the second one, which is the Whisperers. We haven't yet unlocked the Whisperers. Let's just hope that we find them. Yeah, we're gonna find them here. In the Whisperers section, we have, of course, Beta, we have Lydia, and we have Alpha. Three of them are the second melee combination with the same buffs as the first one, and in much later part of the game, I hope we can have them here. We actually need Sniper Andrea. We are gonna need Carl. I don't think we have him. Oh, Teenage Carl. Yeah, we have him. And we need Seasoned Rick. Three of them are the third melee combination. So those are the three survivors melee combinations. Just fill all your slots with melee troops and then put this. And also keep in mind on which part of the formation you should put those survivors. For example, Seasoned Rick, you can see it says melee fighters front, so put Rick in the front, because until now I was doing the mistake where I did not take care of which specific part are they best in, so do that. Next, we are gonna talk about sharpshooters. In the sharpshooters, we can say there is not many early game options. Sharpshooters are the best when it comes to the Whisperers final boss, you know, the Alpha, I believe. So we have a couple combinations there. I actually haven't unlocked any of these, so all of them are here. We are gonna take Governor, we are gonna take Pamela, where she is, Pamela, we're gonna take Pamela, and we're gonna take me, or in other words, we're gonna take Negan. So Governor, Pamela, and Negan, it's kinda the same buff as in the previous, like in the melee, with two of them, 12% sharpshooter attack and health, with 30% sharpshooter attack and health, and 1 combat speed. So that is one pair you can do, and they are specifically for sharpshooters. The second one that is good is John, Dwight, and Negan. This is more of a saviors kind of situation. So we have John, we have Negan, and we have Dwight. So these three are good for sharpshooters. In the third one, we can say it's something like, we can say Commonwealth, I'm not sure, but we have Mercer, we have Princess, Where is she? Princess, yeah. And the third one will be Laura. So we have Laura. So Mercer, Princess, and Laura are gonna be for the sharpshooters our third option. So those are the third options. One tip I was given by some of the people from the game, they told me that you should invest in long term. Don't just be focused on the early game. In the early game, already focus on what's gonna come later. So use specific troop pairs other than any troop pairs that you're gonna see later, because you're gonna get used to specific troops, and then you will actually see what works with you, what works for you the best, and which is gonna be like training for what comes later. So let's use specific troops. Okay, now we have cavalry left. So for this part you're gonna have to invest a little bit, and that is going to be, you're gonna need Michonne, you're going to need Jesus, and where is the Jesus? You're going to need Jesus, and you are going to need Ezekiel. When you talk about cavalry, also the same buffs, 12% with 2 of them, 30% with 3 of them, and 1 combat speed. Those, we can also need to point out that Ezekiel is the strongest survivor in the game overall. So I believe it's a lot hard to get him, but if you're gonna invest in it, maybe this is the best option you can get in the later game. Second cavalry, and that's actually the last cavalry option we have, is the Magnus crew, which is gonna be Magna, Yumiko, and Connie. So we have Connie here, we have Yumiko here, and also Magna. Let's find her. Magna and Magna, yeah. Magna, Yumiko, and Connie are the third option that we're gonna use for the cavalry. Now let's talk about any, literally, if you want, you can take any types of troops, you can sort them up. Usually it's the best to have melee in the front, sharpshooters in the back, and the cavalry in the middle if you're gonna put in the lines. And we have actually a couple of variations of the buffs you can have here. So first one that you have is combination that you can have in the early game with €2 investment, and that is Michonne, Glenn, and Militia Rick. So if you have 3 of them, you are gonna get 8% attack with 2 of them, 20% with 3 of them, and 1 combat speed. You can put any types of troops you like. In the second option is the most used one, and that is Aaron Shane, Morgan, and Militia Rick. Aaron Shane, Morgan, and Militia Rick. These are the 3 most used, because you get them in like the first day of the game. So this is good for the start. Later I would rather focus on any actually from the previous parts of the video that we talked, but this is a good startup because you get them very soon and you can invest easily into them. So it's a good option, not gonna lie. We also have Rick, Zeke, and Billy. So we're gonna take Militia Rick, we are gonna take Zeke. Let's find Zeke. Okay, we have Billy here, he is the second one, and of course Zeke, I don't think we have him unlocked, so let's go down. Oh, here he is, we have Zeke. So Zeke, Billy, and Militia Rick. You probably noticed that Billy and Zeke are the purple survivors. You can already guess that their buffs are not gonna be as strong. With 2 of them you have 6% attack and defense, with 3 of them you have 15% attack and defense. So this is, we can say, formation 2 or formation 3 decision, not really formation 1. And the other we are gonna mention are also like that. The other like this are Militia Rick, we're gonna take him, Shane,
Let's kick some ass.
And then we are gonna have Boyd. Boyd is the one that you get a lot from the packs and stuff. So this is gonna bring you 6% attack and defense with 2, 15% attack and defense with 3 of them. And the last we can say formation for today will be Jared. Let's find Jared. Zeke. Let's find Zeke. Zeke was down, right? Zeke.
I got this.
And Shane. So Shane is here. And also the same buffs, 6% attack with 2 and 15% attack and defense. So that is kinda the best pairs you can use for the game. So in short, all the tips I can give you is focus on one specific troop type. So that's like the first 3 sections of this video. Watch them, study them. As we talk about early game, you can check the last part that talks about any types of troops you want into formation. So focus on specific troop. Watch out where is the survivor in the formation. Is he in the front, in the middle, or in the back? And also start investing from early game. Don't waste your experience and don't waste your combat medals. Is that what we're looking for? Don't waste them. So that's all I'm gonna talk about. Subscribe, comment your username if you want to shout out in the next video, and I'll see you in The Walking Dead Survivors. Goodbye.